वसुदेव सुते काले वसुदेव सहोदरी वसुंधर दरश्रिये दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम योगा निंद्रे महानिंद्रे योगा माये महेश्वरी योगा श्रुतीश्वरी शुद्धे दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम शंकर चक्र गदा पाने शर्गजायत बाहवे पीतांबर धरे धन्ये दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम विद्युत्समान सर्वान् चतुसमन्तलोकिनी ब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी ब्राह्मी दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम विष्णुना कुलाभूत सम्भूते विष्णुनाथ सहोदरी वृष्णिरूपधरे धन्ये दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम सर्वज्ञे सर्वेशे सर्वसाक्षिणी सर्वभूता सदापारा दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम अष्टबाहु महत्सत्वे अष्टमी नवमी प्रिये अट्टहास प्रिये भद्रे दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते। ओम दुर्गा शतमिदं पुण्यं भक्ति तोयपते नरः सर्वकामावाप्नोति दुर्गां लोक च गच्छति दुर्गा लोकमगच्छति बोल श्री जगदम्बा माता की जय। मंगलाकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिराधात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। जगदम्बा माता की जय। श्री जगदम्बा माता की जय। श्री जगदम्बा माता की जय। पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। ॐ न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेन नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजने यद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्था सन्न्यासयोगार्यतय शुद्धसत्त्वाः ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम्
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव।
Warmest greetings and Navaratri greetings as well. Swamiji, people of California, students, teachers, Chinmaya family, and well-wishers, a hearty welcome to these 9 nights of Yajña. I'm reflecting back some 25 years ago when this initiative started. And it's a commendable effort by the group in California. I know it did quite a lot to arouse spirituality and as well to awaken Hinduism in the community. Many people who were there at that time are not here today, but the fruits of their labor and their effort is testimony to the hard work and sacrifices they have put into bringing this California group alive. Those who are here, you must be commended in this effort. Today, I was fortunate to hear a wonderful episode by Swamiji at the Satsang. And that is, he said, Swamiji said, that the Guru was trying to select a teacher for his class, and he put a big stone in front of the doorway to determine who he will select. At least all the students were good students, but he wanted the best. And he said, some cross over, some pass sideways, some pull one another across, but there was one student who removed the stone and created a passageway. That has miles of messages. He was not thinking of himself, he was not egoistic, he was thinking of everybody who was entering that ashram. So too here in California, you are not thinking about yourself, you are thinking of the community at large. Either each one of you could have had a Navaratri puja or some rituals at home, but you are thinking of the community at large, and this is very commendable. Here too, we have a Guru who is thinking of the welfare of all of us. And we are very fortunate to have such a Guru. You know, our tendency is to grow spiritually. It's natural. But there are impediments and stumbling blocks on our path. And here we have a Guru who is willing to assist us for those, to remove those stumbling blocks, just as that student there removed that large stone. And we want to thank our Guru for all what he is doing, he has done to us. You know, somebody bought a Mercedes Benz, a very expensive one, and he covered it with a coverlet, with a chadar, because he didn't want it to get soil. And if he used it sparingly, he didn't give anybody a drop. He didn't want to dirty his car. So what do you think about that? That Benz was useless because it was not used. I don't want our Guruji to be like that. We must use him. All right? So we have to attend satsang. We have to be regular in classes so that we will have the full potential of our Guruji. And you in California are taking advantage of that. Hari Om.
Okay, Hari Om. Right, so these children, they have come this evening to join in this satsang. They have been learning this Ganga Stotram for the past few weeks. Every morning they would have done it for the past 6 weeks. So we join them now as they render this very beautiful Stotram in praise of Ganga Devi. Two, three. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange
त्रिभुवनतारिणि तररतरङ्गे शङ्करमौलिविहारिणि विमले मम मतिराशां तव परकमले भागीरथि सुखदायिनि माता तव जलमणिमानि गमे ख्याता नाहं जाने तव महिमानं पाहि कृपामयि माम ज्ञानं हरिपरपार्यतरङ्गिनि गङ्गे हिमविरुमुक्ता धवलतरङ्गे दूरीकुरु मम दुष्कृतिभारं कुरु कृपया भवसागरपारं तव जलममलं येन निगीतं परमपदं खलु तेन गृहीतं मातर्गङ्गे त्वय्यो भक्त किल तं द्रष्टुं नयमशक्त पतितो धारिणि जानवि गङ्गे कन्दितगिरिवरमण्डितभङ्गे भीष्मजननि हे मुनिवरकन्ये पतितनिवारिणि त्रिभुवनधन्ये कल्पलतामिव फलदां लोके प्रणमति यस्वां न पतति शोके वारवारविहारिणि गङ्गे विमुखयुवति कृततरलाभाङ्गे तव चेन्माता श्रोत्रस्नाता पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि
गंगा मैया की जय। ओम हर हर नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Okay, so first we'll do salutations to the Guru. Guru Charanana Manalaga Lagare Guru Charanana Manalaga Guru Charanan man laga laga re Guru Charanan man laga
Guru Charanana Manalaga
Janam janam ka soya paraman
Soya Padamana
Guru Janam janam ka soya paraman
Janam Janam Ka Soya Padamana
शब्द सुनत अब जागा जागा रे शब्द सुनत अब जागा जागा रे शब्द सुनत अब जागा गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन मन लागा
Guru Charanana Manalaga Laga Re Guru Charanana Manalaga
माता पिता धन कुटुंब का बंधन
Mata Pita Dana Kutumba Kabandana
माता पिता धन कुटुंब का बंधन
Mata Pita Dana Kutumba Kabandana
टूटा जो कच्छा धागा धागा रे
Tuta Jo Kachadaga Daga Re
टूटा जो कच्छा धागा गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन मन लागा
Guru Charanana Manalaga Laga Re Guru Charanana Manalaga
बहुत कृपा करी गुरु सर्वोपरि
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 मोह महानिशि भागा भागा रे
मोह महानिशि भागा भागा रे
मोह महानिशि भागा गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन मन लागा
गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन मन लागा
चलत चलत चित
गुरु मगन नित चलत चलत चित
गुरु पद निधि पाया रे पाया रे
गुरु पर निधि पाया रे पाया रे
गुरु पद निधि पाया रे पाया रे
गुरु पर निधि पाया रे पाया रे
आनंद निज उमराया आया रे
आनंद निज उमराया आया रे
समृद्ध सुख पद पाया पाया रे
समृद्ध सुख हर पाया पाया रे
चरण मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरण मन लागा
गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन मन लागा
गुरु चरण मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरण मन लागा
गुरु चरणन मन लागा लागा रे गुरु चरणन
मन लागा। बोले सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। जय देवी लक्ष्मी सरस्वती देवी जगन माता
जय देवी लक्ष्मी सरस्वती देवी जगन माता
जय दुर्गा 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 लक्ष्मी सरस्वती देवी जगन माता
देवी जगन माता माता
देवी जगन माता जय देवी जगन माता
देवी जगन माता जय देवी जगन माता
देवी जगन माता जय देवी जगन माता
जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती 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 देवी जगन माता
देवी जगन माता जय 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 देवी जगन माता
जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती देवी जगन माता
जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती देवी जगन माता
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 बोले जगदम्बा माता की जय। Okay, so we are seeing now in these 9 nights this very wonderful Stotram which was chanted by the children earlier. It's called as Ganga Stotram. And this is a very auspicious time of the year, the Navaratri period in the Hindu calendar. And this is going on big time. This Navaratri Puja is going on big time in Bharat as we speak right now. And there, people don't use the word Navaratri Puja so often. They say Durga Puja. They call it as Durga Puja. It's a big thing. Huh? And there will be millions and millions of people everywhere across the country celebrating in a big way. You should see the temporary fixtures that they make for these 9 nights in cities like Calcutta or even in Delhi and different cities like that. Oh, it's unimaginable to our eyes. We grew up here. It's unimaginable to us. They will build like big cities out of bamboo and decorate it in such a lavish fashion. It's a big, big, big thing. We can't even dream of it. It's Durga Puja. See, I'll tell you something, right? When we come here just now, and there was no space, some people have to go and put out a chair outside here quickly. I hope rain don't come. Right? And we say, this place full, and we think there is plenty people. When there's a football, you know the football match in the US, what is it called? Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl is there, in that stadium, they will have 150,000 people, right? 150,000 people in the stadium. And they say, look at people. 150,000. Huh? When there is the Kumbh Mela in Prayag, where Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati rivers meet, that Kumbh Mela, which comes in February month, there are 75 million people. You can't even dream what that is. And 75 million people are dust in India, right? Like no people. If 75 million people come out from the city and go to Kumbh Mela, the city will miss nobody. So, this biggest, most populated country in the world, when they make this Durga Puja pandal and all for this Durga Puja time of the year, it is unimaginable to you. You have to go there and see that only. No matter how much I describe to you. You know, like the playfield in the back there, they will multiply that playfield by 50 times that size, and they will cover that with pandal only, decoration and tents that they make with bamboo and not this renter tent. And every village, town and all, they will be doing like that. So big thing, huh? So now why? Because this Hindu tradition has some fundamental teaching for humanity. In this time of the year, the 3 Devis are worshipped. Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Now, why the 3 Devis are worshipped? There are 3 forms of the Devi. One Devi. The feminine aspect of the reality is only one. But that feminine aspect has 3 main forms. So Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. And in this order also, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Durga represents Shakti, power. Lakshmi represents wealth, material prosperity. And Saraswati represents knowledge. These 3 things. Now I'll tell you. Suppose we want to, like how we put on this Yajña here, right? See, Andrew and Anna and Anita and all the group are here working so hard to put on this Yajña. Right? So they need a lot of strength or not? If all 3 of them sick now and they have COVID, they'll have strength to put on this Yajna? No, a lot of energy is required. How much work? Look, right now they're working in the back there. How much work is required? So you need strength. So the Durga represents strength first. Power, energy, like that you need. Huh? There must be hard-working people also. They can't be lazy people, rocking the hammock whole day. They'll put on no Yajna. So first thing required is strength, power, energy, like that. Huh? To do any project, any work, any achievement, also all such things. Then second thing, see, They wrote letters and they went to this one and that one asking for donation because you have to rent tent, you have to rent chairs, you have to get sound system, you have so many things. You think it's done free or what? So they need some resources, isn't it? So they went asking people for donation. They went asking people for contribution here and there. So that's Lakshmi. So if none of that is there, no matter how hard they work, and nobody give any donation, then no tent, no chairs, no stage, no sound system. Then me and you alone go be here, you sitting on the floor. Because no chairs. So contributions, material wealth is required for that project also. And finally, because they have a lot of experience, we've done, Bihariji was just telling 25 years. Because we've done for 25 years, they have knowledge, know-how, expertise. That knowledge is represented by Saraswati Maya. We must have knowledge. See, if you have a lot of energy and a lot of money and you don't know anything, what you'll do? You'll run around, take the money and go in the upstairs and top the house and throw it for the whole neighborhood like this, like fly in the sky. Because you have energy and you have money. Throw it, let the people pick up. So, you have to have proper knowledge, I'm telling. We have to know what steps to be taken, what is the procedure to follow, and all of that. Then only this project will come to fruition. And that goes for everything in life. Everything. All three are required. So, this is a basic and fundamental teaching of Sanatana Dharma. And the three forms of the Devi are required for bringing to fruition any project in anybody's life. It doesn't matter Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever. Everybody need all these three. And without one, nothing will happen. If you only have knowledge, no energy, no money, that knowledge will be of no use. All three are required. So now the rishis realize this, that these three forms of the Devi represent these three essential ingredients in any project, any successful venture. So they decided we'll worship the Devi, so that will bring prosperity, because when all three are there, the society and the world prospers. It brings goodness, comes to the world. Knowledge gets spread. People develop more energy. The wealth and resources increase, and all of that. And when wealth flows, wealth increases. So those who donated on this side, we take this side and we give to the sound man. We give to the chair people, 10 people like that. So that wealth multiplies as it goes to different people. This leads to prosperity actually. Yajña is a sacrifice that leads to prosperity. You may not be able to see all the elements of it, but it leads to great prosperity. And so the three forms of the Devi are worshipped because the three forms are integral part to all prosperity and all development, all modernity and evolution and all of that. You see? So they've been worshipping the three forms of the Devis for long thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And so this period is set aside for worshipping those three forms. And this, in that order. First 3 days Durga, next 3 days Lakshmi, and the last 3 days Saraswati. In that order. Now, those are not the only three manifestations of the divine Shakti, you know. The divine Shakti manifests in so many various ways. And one other way, that divine Mother also manifested as the holy Ganga, the holy and most auspicious Ganga. And those of you who went with us on the last trip to India, you would have realized how holy and how sanctifying and how auspicious this Ganga is, because we were staying right on Ganga there in Haridwar, and you'll see in the morning how many thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees come there to do their worship and to get the blessings of Ganga. In the Mahabharata it is said that if we take a dip in Ganga, that is equivalent to 100 Yajña. 100 Yajña. Just go and take a dip in Ganga. I hope all of you who went last time took a dip. If you haven't, you have to go back next year. When we going? What? You could do 100 Yajna in your life? They're real hard. But Mahabharata says one dip. one dip in Ganga. Bhagavan Shri Shankaracharya said, Ganga jalalava kanika pita. One drop of water of Ganga if you sip. He says, you will defy death also. Tasya yamena na charcha. You'll defy yamena, yama, na charcha. With yama you will not have any discussion in future. Means you will defy yama also. That is it. So this Ganga is also a manifestation of the Devi. So now in these 9 days, 9 nights, we will be studying this Ganga Stotram, very famous. Now I'll tell you, the children chanted also in the very wonderful and traditional tune. Let us chant, you will repeat. Those who have the copies, don't have, you bring tomorrow and see if you can. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Tribhuvan Tarini Tarala Tarange,
Tribhuvan Tarini Tarala Tarange,
Shankara Bhagirathi Sukha Dayini Mata,
Bhagirathi Sukha Dayini Mata,
Tava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyata,
Tava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyata,
Naham Jane Pamayi Mama Jnanam,
Pahi Kripamayi Mama Jnanam,
Haripada Padyata Rangini Gange,
Haripada Padyata Rangini Gange,
Hima Vidumukta Dhavala Tarange, Duri Kuru Mama Dushkriti Bharam,
Duri Guru Mama Dushriti Bharam,
Guru Kripaya Bhava Sagar Param,
Guru Kripaya Sagar Bharam,
Tava Jalamamalam Yena Nipitam,
Tava Jalamamalam Yena Nipitam,
Paramapadam Khanu Tena Grihitam,
Parama Parama Kalu Tena Grihitam,
Matar Gange Tvayo Bhataha,
Madhar Gange Tvayo Bhattah,
Kilatam Drashtum Dayamashataha,
Kiratam Prashtum Nayamashakah,
Patito Dharini Jahnavi Gange,
Patito
परितनिवारिणि त्रिभुवनधन्ये
परितनिवारिणि त्रिभुवनधन्ये
कल्पलतामिव फलतां लोके
कल्पलतामिव फलतां लोके
प्रणमति यस्त्वां न पतति शोके
प्रणमति यस्त्वां न पतति शोके
पारावारवि वारिणि गङ्गे
पारवारवि हारिणि गङ्गे
विमुखयुवती कृत तरलापाङ्गे
विमुखयवति कृत तरलभागे
तव चेन्मात स्रोतस्नातः
तव चेन्माता श्रोतस्नाता
पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जातः
पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जाता
नरकनिवारिणि जाह्नवि गङ्गे
नरकनिवारिणि जाह्नवि गङ्गे
कलुषविनाशिनि महिमोत्तुङ्गे
कलुषविनाशिनि महिमोत्तुङ्गे
जय जय गङ्गे जय हर गङ्गे
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 जय जय गङ्गे जय जय गङ्गे
जय जय गङ्गे जय देवी गङ्गे
जय जय गङ्गे जय देवी गङ्गे
बोले गंगा मैया की जय देवी सुरेश्वरी See, Bhagavan Shankaracharya's composition, or Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written Devi Sureshwari. This is what he calls in Sanskrit Sambodhan case, means Hey Devi, Hey Sureshwari, Bhagavati, Hey Gange, Hey Bhagavati Gange, like that. Hey, 8 case. Ganga in 8 case will be Gange. So, Hey Devi, she is addressed as Devi, not just any river. No, if you go to India and you tell this is a river, people will say, what is wrong with you? Because we grew up in the Western world and our eyes are very shallow. People grow up in this Western world, all of us, our eyes are very shallow. And people who grow up in that civilization, in that type of culture, in that type of environment, their eyes run deep. So when we see something, we see things very, very superficially. That's why we kill and slaughter and maim and ravage and destroy, and we don't care. Because we see things very, very shallow. I'll tell you, look here. Behind the ashram, we have some land there, right? And there Bihariji, very dedicated to that land, plants bodhi and corn and pumpkin and this and a whole set of things behind the ashram there, right? Cassava and so many things. But there's an ashram, and that place in the back there real nice and clean and everything. And see Trinis. They'll come in the back there, they'll stop their van and dump old fridge, old toilet, all stove, all kind of thing in the back there. I can't understand how a nation of people could be so dirty. It is amazing. But that is because the civilization and the culture is so superficial, so shallow. This earth, Mother Earth, we call Mother Earth, isn't it? That's civilized. We come from a civilization that calls it Mother Earth. Can you do anything to destroy Mother Earth and to poison Mother Earth and to go on throwing all sorts of garbage everywhere? If we understand this is our mother, you will take coal tar or Clorox and throw on your mother? Nobody will do it. But that civilization sees the earth as mother. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Vasudha eva kutumbakam. The earth is one whole big family. Earth is my own mother. And all the creatures of the earth belong to one big family. Without them we can't survive. Let me tell you something. All the creatures in this earth could survive without human beings. But human beings cannot survive without these creatures. They are the ones that are responsible for pollinating our food crops. They are the ones that are responsible for making all the organic material into manure and ready for the next generation. Without them we cannot survive. All the creatures. But they could very well survive without us. We human beings are dispensable. They are indispensable. So, this is how the rishis understood this earth. This is how the rishis understood the whole cosmos. That's a deep, so the eyes which they had, they saw things deeply, profoundly. And the civilization which we are brought up here in the West, when the British brought us here to this place, and we are all brought up here in this West, we are taught what? A very shallow vision of things. And the religions encountered in the West also did not help. Promulgated and propagated that shallow vision of things. But the earth is divine. The rivers are divine. The trees are divine. All things are divine in the Hindu tradition. Huh? Now, slowly science is trying to tell people that. Slowly science is trying to tell. Some people don't believe also. So now, this Devi, this all came because I told you, if you tell anybody in India the Ganga is a river, they will think something is wrong with your head. It's not a mere river. And now, you know, environmentalists tell, na, we have killed all the rivers. This is their phrase. We have killed all the rivers. What does it mean now we have killed all the rivers? The river is still flowing. How could you kill a river? That is, that is a deep statement. But we have shallow vision. We ask, how you could kill a river? The deep vision is, a river is a complete existing ecosystem. It is a complete existing ecosystem. And so you can kill it. You kill the whole ecosystem of the river. That's what they mean. But you can only understand that if you have a deeper vision. So, what we have done successfully, we have succeeded in killing all the rivers. We have one here called Karani River. Dead like anything. And we pump tons of plastic bottles going on. There is all the way to Shankaracharya. From that Karani River. Down the road. Kill everything. These human beings. Huh? We have to now slowly understand the earth is our mother. Without the earth, we will all perish. Everything which we need for our survival comes from the earth. We'll all perish if without this earth. So we have to start develop that deep vision which the rishis had and see the earth as divine mother. And in this earth, the rivers which flow on the earth, the forests which are there, all divine. You see? So now the aspect of earth which we are dealing with is this divine Ganga which flows. And see, from Himalayas coming down all the way north and in the northeast, southeast direction, going all the way to the Bay of Bengal. And had it not been for that Ganga, that civilization would not have been there. It's called the Gangetic Plain in English language. Civilization would not have been there. There would have been just desert. So how many 1 billion people surviving because of this Ganga Maya? So many people have their livelihood because of this Ganga only. So now the great Shankaracharya Bhagavan is telling that she is Devi herself, the divine mother, Shakti, Adi Parashakti. She herself has manifested as this river, what we call as river, this divine Ganga. Huh? And the English people, when they came, they started to call Ganges. I don't know how that word came. Ganges. Stop saying Ganges, and say Ganga. And stop saying Himalaya. Himalaya. People say Himalaya. 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 You have to say the correct word. Once I see Pandit Bishram sitting here. I remember he was flying to Guyana at one time. And the flight attendant on the PA system, she said, now we are going to fly to a Cheri Jagan airport. Cheri Jagan. When he was leaving the plane, he tells she, Maram, it is Cheri Jagan. Cheri Jagan. Say the thing correctly. If your name Ram Singh, you will like people call you Ram Singh? Say the thing properly. Himalaya, Ganga, like that. Not Ganges and all this kind of. Anyway, so Bhagavan Shankaracharya starts this Ganga Stotram. He says, Devi, hey Devi, oh Devi. Hey Devi in Sanskrit, hey Devi, oh Devi, Sureshwari. Devi means who shines. The Sanskrit root for Devi and Deva, same root. One is masculine, one is feminine. Deva is masculine, Devi is feminine. Devi comes from Sanskrit root Div. Div means to shine. Shine means not shine like this lamp or shine like silver or something. Not that kind of shine. Shine means shine with the light of consciousness. That is the meaning of shine. Means in Sanatana Dharma, the light and the sun and all of these things, they represent the light of consciousness. They are used as representations of the light of consciousness, awareness. So, hey Devi, oh shining one, means oh conscious one. Conscious. And see, this conscious word, consciousness, has to be studied really in depth, and these are all not just simple words. So, hey Devi, the one who shines with consciousness, Sureshwari, Sura Ishwari, the one who is the master or ruler of all the Sura. Sura means Devatas. All the Devatas. I'll tell you, the Devatas, they always go worshipping Bhagavan, you know. They want this, they want that, they want the other thing. And whenever they cannot get through to Bhagavan, they go to Devi only. And they tell on the side. That happens for real, They tell on the side. Ma, tell him now. Because they know that really works. I'll tell you a real story. The true thing. Now there are 2 people dead, so I could tell you the story. I gone to a house. Not gone. Somebody take me to a house. So it's an old man, but very rich old man. Right? So that person who took me, he looked at Swamiji bill in our school. You please give him some donation. Tell the old man. So the old man said, yeah man, yeah, no problem. So he take out $1,000 and he give me. For the school. Then, the wife, old lady, she says, Swamiji, come here. She called me in the kitchen. She take out $5,000 and she give me. She said, don't tell the old man, he's stingy to buy. No. And don't tell him. She gave me 5,000. No, so who had the real strength in the house they know? The Lakshmi in the house have the real power, isn't it? But now I tell him, I never tell before, But now I tell him, but because none of them, both of them, they're gone. So, these are real things that happen. So the Devatas also, she's called as Sureshwari. When the Devatas want something from Bhagavan, she is the, Devi is the real power. They go and they tell on the side. Now one more thing. She's called as Sureshwari for another reason. Sura Ishwari. Ishwara is masculine word and Ishwari is feminine word. Now, one meaning of this, very important meaning for all of us. She rules the world. Devi rules the world. Rule the world means what? Look here. Everything in this world is conducted by rules, isn't it? If the rules are not upheld, you will not be able to hear me now. There are rules for everything. For example, when I speak, vibrations come from my vocal cord, vibrates the air, goes in here, vibrates that filament inside of there. Then an electrical impulse is taken by this cord and taken to the amplifier over there and amplified. And then another electrical impulse goes to that speaker way over there from the amplifier. Now each one of these steps, from there, it vibrates the air and comes to your ear. And then from your eardrum it goes to your brain. From your brain it interpreted. If any one of that, any part of this rule fail, and all of them are governed by different rules. If any one of those rules fail, laws and rules, anyone fail, you will not be able to hear. One little part only has to fail. The wire has to have less resistance. If that rule fails on the wire itself, you can't hear me. From here, I just started my vocal cords. I didn't start before that. There are countless steps before that. I started at the vocal cords. From here to here, there are rules that the air should be able to uphold its property of carrying sound, carrying vibration. If that air fails, there's a rule. The air carries vibration. Suppose the rule fails, then from right here to right here it will not reach. Like that, I can go on telling you all night about this thing. But anyway, countless rules govern everything in this universe. Countless. When we say countless, we mean countless. Infinite. This Devi is the one who upholds all of these rules. Not only that, more than that, Devi is actually the rules themselves. That's why the rules are unfailing. That's why the sun always rises in the east. Can you imagine tomorrow the sun rises in the west? That will be something. The rule is the sun rises in the east. For those of you who are new to this place, east is this side. So, she is herself the rules, not merely upholding the rules. She is herself the rules. So this Devi has manifested as Ganga. This Devi is the eternal, infinite number of laws that govern everything in this universe. Bhagavati Gange. Bhagavati means divine. Bhagavati is the feminine form of Bhagavan. In Sanskrit language, the substantive word is called as Bhagavat. That Bhagavat word, when it comes in masculine, it becomes Bhagavan. And when it comes in feminine, it becomes Bhagavati. The same one word. So she is called as Bhagavati Gange, the divine mother herself of the universe. She has manifested as Ganga. Hey Gange, Tribhuvana Tarini Tararata Range. Tribhuvana Tarini means she is the one who crosses, make sure that all of us cross over the three Tribhuvan, three worlds. In other words, we don't have to come back in every lifetime. We are not born in the same world, You're born in some higher world, sometimes some lower world, sometimes this world. We are born in different places. And that, if you don't believe in this world and all, you don't have to believe all that also. Sometimes you are born in some higher life form. Sometimes you are born in some lower life form. Some people say, no, 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 I don't believe in that. But that is you. That is okay. If for something to happen, right, you don't have to believe. Please understand this thing about belief. Your belief is inconsequential with regards to the laws and rules of this universe. Laws and rules of the universe are independent of your belief. Suppose you say, I don't believe in gravity. I don't believe in gravity. Right? You could not believe how much you want. That is okay. Climb up on the house and jump. Let me see. Climb up on this house and jump. So whether you believe in gravity or you don't believe in gravity, the rule is going to operate on you all the same. That is the idea. Whatever operates in this universe operates independent of your belief. That is the idea. You believe whatever you want, but the rule will operate. So the Devi is the one who crosses us over these three worlds, means the world of lower birth, middle birth, higher birth, or this world, lower world, and higher. See, the idea is we keep coming and going, keep coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, and there's an eternal cycle. But she is the one who crosses over, who takes us over. She is the one who takes us over these three types of births which we get. Taralata range. Taralata range. Taralata range means she who has beautiful waves. Tarala means waves. At Ganga, those of you actually really I'm telling really, if you have not been to Haridwar or Rishikesh, you please go once. You could sit there and watch Ganga whole day. I mean, I used to do that. Or in Varanasi. You sit there and you watch Ganga whole day. So beautiful to watch. Because she has beautiful waves. Range. Ranga means Ranj means they bring joy to your mind. Just to look at Ganga. Shankara Mauli Viharini Vimale. Shankara Mauli. Mauli means head. You know, that's why Ravan is called Dasha Mauli. Have you heard this? Ravan is called as Dasha Sheesh, Dasa Kandar. Kandar means neck, shoulder, that kind. And Dasa Mauli also. So here, Shankara Mauli. Mauli means head. Who? Shankar. Viharini. Viharini means she sports. She revels there in the head of Shankar. But there's a nice long story about that. You know that, no? I'll tell you that story just now. Let us sing a little bit. Devi Bhavani Ma Jai Devi Bhavani Ma
Devi Bhavani Ma Jai Devi Bhavani Ma
Devi Bhavani Devi Bhavani
Devi Bhavani Ma Jai Devi Bhavani Ma
Daya karo Devi Ma Kripa karo Devi 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 Ma
Jai Ma Jai Devi Bhavani Ma
Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma.
Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma.
Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma, Ambe Ma.
Bole Jagadamba Mata Ki Jai. Shankara Mauli Viharini. Viharini means one who sports, who revels, who plays like that. Viharini. Moves around. She who moves around where? Shankara Mauli, in the head of Lord Shankar, in his head. So, in the next verse, you will see Bhagirathi, she is also called. So, there is a long story associated with this. Let me see how much time I have. Let me tell you this long story now. You ready? You know Bhagavan Ram, his father's name was Dasharathji Maharaj. You know Dasharathji's father was? Dasharathji's father was Aja. Aja. Aja's father? Raghu. Raghu's father? Dilip. And this going, now I can't even remember how much, like about 50, right? Going more and more like that now. And the first one is called Ikshwaku. Ikshwaku's name comes in Bhagavad Gita also. That lineage. From Ikshwaku all the way coming down to Bhagavan Ram. Right. So, in this lineage, one of the forefathers of Bhagavan Ram, his name was Sagara. Sagara. This Sagara, he had two wives. One was called as Keshini, and the other wife, in those days people, Dasharathji Maharaj himself used to have many wives, 3 wives and all. And the other one was called Sumati. So Sagara had 2 wives, Keshini and Sumati. This Keshini had one son. His name was Asamanjasa. I don't expect you to remember any of them name and thing. But I'm just telling you, you could come up with nice names for your children and thing. Asamanjasa. And this Asamanjasa, he had one son. And this, on this side, the next wife, Sumati, she had 60,000 sons. 60,000 is like a big number. So anyway, this Asamanjasa himself, son of Keshini, he was not such a good fellow. And on this side, this 60,000 sons of Sumati, they were like, bratty fellas. Not so good people. All of them. So, Indra went and he complained to Brahmaji. Indradev went and complained to Brahmaji. These 60,000 sons of this Sumati and Sagara, those fellows, they are not nice fellows. I don't like them. Indra told. So, Brahmaji said, don't worry. Give them some time. Kapila Muni will finish them. So Indra became happy. Kapila Muni will finish them? Yeah. Indra became happy. Indra and his group of devatas, those fellows only have their own interests at heart. Yeah? They don't have anybody, other person interests at heart. So anyway, this what you call? Sagara started to do Ashwamedha Yajña. And Ashwamedha Yajña, they have to tie a horse there while doing the Yajña. The horse is tied there. And if the horse is not there, they can't do the Yajña. That's what we call Ashwamedha Yajña. So they tie it there. So now, Indra took the Sagara started this Yajna. Indra came and stole that horse. And he went and tied the horse next to Kapila Muni, who was doing tapas like this. Kapila Muni was sitting like that. Indra went and tied the horse next to Kapila Muni. So now, when Sagara opened his eyes from the Yajna, he saw the horse missing. But you can't have Yajna without the horse. So Kapila, this Sagara sent his 60,000 sons. Go and look for that horse. So all of them went everywhere, all over the earth, looking for this horse now. Look. Finally, they came to Kapila's ashram. And there Kapila is sitting there. And he is doing tapas. And the horse is tied there. So they thought, look, this Kapila, in Trinidad language, Kapila thief horse. Kapil Muni thief the horse. That's what they think. So they come and disturb the Rishi. Now the Rishi know nothing about no horse hunting. Eh? He was in samadhi like that. So when they disturbed, he opened his eyes. And 60,000 sons of Sagara, they were standing there in front of him. He opened his eyes, he burnt every one of them to ashes. And Indra watching and he laughing. He thought, well, we objective achieved. But you just have to see how things used to happen. How things happen. And this thing about politics and putting the spoke in the wheel and all that kind of thing, where that going on from? That's going on from a long time. That's always there. Because Indra heard from Brahmaji that Kapil Muni will destroy the 60,000 sons. So to speed up the whole process, he stole the horse from there and tie it here, next to Kapil Muni. Knowing that when they go looking for the horse, Kapil Muni will open his eyes and he opened his eyes when the great tapas, and the fire of his tapas burnt all his 60,000 sons. So he has 60 heap of ashes there now. 60,000 heap of ashes on the ground. So this Sagara, that first 5 Keshini, remember I told you, Asamanjas, the son, that son had another son. His name was Amshuman. Now this 60,000 gone here. This Amshuman, actually Bhagavan Ram comes from this side lineage. Sagara, and Sagara's son, who is Asamanjasa, and Asamanjasa's son is Amshuman. So the Rama come on this side. So, but these 60,000 sons, they also will be, because the same father, Sagara, they also belong to Rama's lineage. So anyway, Sagara, Asamanjasa, Amshuman. Now Sagara sent Amshuman, his grandson. You go and look for this. Where this 60,000, how 60,000 I'm going to disappear one time? Go and look for them. So this fellow went looking everywhere now. Asking people, you saw 60,000 people pass here? But that's not so easy to miss. Everybody saw where they went. So he found out like that and he went there. When he went there, he saw 60,000 heap of ashes. And he saw Kapil Muni sitting there. Well, this Amshuman, he was very wise. He became friends with that Kapila Muni. He had the right approach. See, these other fellows, when they came, and this is the thing about meeting and greeting rishis and all, you know. The consequences of wrong association or wrong approach for a rishi, that consequence is very bad. See, this story also shows that thing. But this Amshuman was very wise. He came there, and the Upanishads also give approach to a rishi and everything. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Samitpani Guru Meva Vigachet. So you have to go there with great reverence and respect and take something and that kind of thing. The scriptures also give. So Amshuman came there and he was very nice to Kapila Muni and all that kind of thing. And he found out what happened. And then he asked, well, these are my half brothers, you know. I mean, half uncles or whatever you call them. How will, so this Kapila Muni said, don't worry. your grandson, who's grandson now? Amshuman's grandson. Your grandson will bring mukti for them. So that Amshuman's son was called as Dilip, another Dilip in that same lineage. And that Dilip's son was Bhagiratha. This is how this whole story started. And this Bhagiratha was responsible for bringing Ganga from Swarga, or from Vaikunt, bringing Ganga from Vaikunt to this earth. Bhagiratha, grandson of Amshuman. This Bhagiratha brought this Ganga, and therefore Ganga's other name, for those of you who went there, remember we were telling also, Ganga's other name is called as Bhagirathi. Bhagirathi, she is the daughter as though of Bhagiratha. This Bhagiratha belongs to this Bhagavan Rama's dynasty, this lineage, like that. So Ganga was brought to earth by this Bhagiratha. How Bhagiratha, and I told this story recently somewhere. I don't remember where it was, no? Bhagiratha did tapas for a long number of years. Oh, this was a bluebird's Yajña. And then Ganga decided, okay, I will come. But she told, but if I come down from Vaikunt, if I come here on this earth will not be able to bear the force of my coming down. So you go and worship Lord Shiva. So Bhagiratha, after worshipping Ganga and getting a yes, he had to go and worship Lord Shiva also for a long number of years. Can you please collect this Ganga in your jata? So Bhagiratha, Bhagavan Shiva said, yes Bhagiratha, don't worry, I will collect. So Ganga came down on the head of Bhagavan Shiva after long years of tapas and worship of Lord Shiva. Then Bhagavan Shiva kept her in his head. He did not release. Because Ganga was very proud. And then now Bhagiratha had to worship Lord Shiva again now. Please at least release this Ganga. Bhagiratha worshipped Lord Shiva for a number of years again. Then he released Ganga from his head, from his jata, like that. And she came. Now, she started following this Bhagiratha. Oh, okay, you walk in front, I'll come behind. Bhagiratha started walking because he had to take her where all those 60,000 heaps of ashes are there to bring mukti to all those departed ones. So, he kept walking. Then he passed through the ashram of Jahnu Rishi. And that ashram became flooded. Ganga is following Bhagiratha. Ashram became flooded. And Jahnu thought, what is this? Suddenly where all this water come from? Jahnu did like this and he drank the whole Ganga. Jahnu Rishi drank Ganga. Now, Bhagiratha has to sit down there and do tapas and worship Jahnu Rishi now. So he worshipped for a long time. Jahnu Rishi said, okay, theek hai, what do you want? I want you to release Ganga. He released Ganga from his air. He drank and then released Ganga from his air. Therefore she is called Jahnavi. You will see, it is called coming here. We will chant it. Because she is now the daughter of Jahnu Rishi, emerged from his body. So she is called Bhagirathi because Bhagiratha brought her. She is called Jahnavi because she came out from the air of Jahnu Rishi, like that. And now she followed this Bhagiratha all the way there, and the moment Ganga touched these ashes, all of them got mukti. This story tells about the power of Ganga. That's why, see, even today, see, those of you who were in the last trip, you would have realized a family from Florida, they had met us in Ganga in Varanasi. And they came on our boat and everything, and they were putting that ashes of their deceased father into Ganga. That thing is still done today in thousands and thousands and thousands. People go there in Varanasi at Ganga to die only. because with great Shraddha, they go, and that Shraddha itself lifts that jiva to higher. See, Shraddha is a very, very powerful thing. Faith. It lifts that jiva at that time. Anyway, so this is that long story. Therefore, she is called as Shankara Mauli Viharini, the one who spots in the head of Shankar, because when she first came down, she came on the head of Shankar. And the next verse it will be Bhagirathi, name will come. In verse 2, first word, you will see. And she's called her Vimale. Not she's called her Vimala. Vimala in 8 cases, Vimale. Vimala means Vinamala. Mala. Vinamala means without any impurities. I don't know how many of you have seen. You see people go on throwing all sorts of things inside Ganga, you know. But you collect this much Ganga Jal. And when you collect it, it has all sorts of sediments and all things floating in it. And you bring it and you put it home. After a short while you will see everything settles down to the bottom, and that water on the top becomes sparkling clear. Sparkling clay. A lot of scientific studies have also been done to show how Ganga purifies herself in no time. So, Vimala, she is called as Vinamala. Vimala. Mamamati rastam tava pada kamale. And my mind, may my mind stay fixed on your 2 feet. That's given in dual there. Dual case. May my mind stay fixed on your 2 feet. Pada kamale. So, Bhagavan is telling, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is writing, may my mind stay fixed all the time on your 2 feet. Bhagirathi, the next verse. Bhagirathi. Bhagirathi, word I just told you. Bhagi means one who has fortune. Fortune. One who rides on fortune. Means his life is fortunate. So that is why Kapil Muni had told, Amshuman will not free the ancestors. Amshuman's son Dilip will not free the ancestors. But Dilip's son Bhagiratha, he will free the. So Kapil Muni knew that in this lineage, a most fortunate and a most, we say, lucky person, one who has good fortune, Bhagiratha. And you can't deny that in life. In life, there are some people who are born with good fortune, and there are some people who are born with not good fortune. Correct or not? This is how life is. So, Bhagiratha is the one who rides on the chariot of fortune. That is the idea. So he was born fortunate, born to free his ancestors. If we could do anything to free anybody in this world, we have to be really fortunate, you know. Like that. Sukhadaini, this Ganga. Sukhadaini. Ganga Maya, she gives joy to all. You should see, people who go to take a dip in Ganga, you should see what joy is there on their face. The Devi gives joy actually. Divine Mother, look here. No mother ever gives sorrow to her children. No mother, in fact, when the children get sorrow, they run to mother first. Correct or not? No mother gives sorrow. She takes away sorrow. I mean, she gives joy. That is the idea. So all people who get their sorrow, they quickly run to their mother. I don't know about you, but I used to do that. When you get sorrow, where you will go? Mother only. Sukhadai, because she is Sukhadaini Mataha. Tava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyataha. Nigame means in the Shastras, in the Upanishads and the Vedas, Khyata is, it is said. What is said? Tava Mahima, your glory, your greatness. The glory and greatness of Ganga Maya is given throughout the scriptures. Actually, the Mahabharata writes profusely about Ganga. Mahabharata writes so much about Bhishma Janani He. She was the mother of Bhishma. Bhishma is the central figure in Mahabharata. Correct or not? Bhishma Janani He will come just now, later on. So, she is the Bhishma is the central figure of Mahabharata, and she is the mother of that Bhishma. So her glory comes everywhere in the scriptures. How even Shankaracharya writes, how just one drop of Ganga can revolutionize our whole life. Anybody who has faith. You know, in the Radha Krishna tradition, Ganga is said to be the liquid form of the love of Radha Krishna put together. The liquid form of the love of Radha Krishna, put two of them together. That love, liquidified, is Ganga. So how through every tradition, through every scripture, everywhere, she is glorified. That's called her Mahima. Mahima means her greatness, her glory, her fame, and name, and all that in the scriptures. So, Tava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyataha. She is glorified, or she is spoken about in all of the scriptures. Naham Jane Tava Mahimanam. I don't know Bhagavan Shankaracharya. See, he is enlightened one. And he also said, I don't know your greatness. I don't know the great. We don't know the great. Actually, I'll tell you one thing about human beings. See this, eh? Human beings feel that only what they see in front of their eyes, that is real. Actually, that is the opposite thing. We feel that only what we see in front of our eyes, that is real. And there is nothing else in this universe. Well, what we see in front of our eyes is not even a speck of what this infinite universe is made up of. And so there are so many great things in this universe. So many magnanimous and wonderful things in this universe which we cannot even fathom. And for Bhagavan Shankaracharya to say that I cannot fathom the greatness of Ganga, that is actually telling it short also. Really we cannot fathom the greatness of. There is one more story really to that, you know. In the Bhagavad Puran, let me sing for a minute, then I'll tell you that story. जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णु पत्नी कमला देवी
जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णुपति कमला देवी
जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णु पत्नी कमला देवी
जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णुपति कमला देवी
कमला देवी कमला देवी
कमला देवी कमला देवी
कमला देवी कमला देवी
कमला देवी कमला देवी
विष्णुपत्नी कमला देवी
विष्णुपति कमला देवी
विष्णुपत्नी कमला देवी
विष्णुपति कमला देवी
जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णुपत्नी कमला देवी
जय लक्ष्मी माता विष्णुपति कमला देवी
विष्णुपत्नी कमला देवी
विष्णुपति कमला देवी
विष्णुपत्नी कमला देवी
विष्णुपति कमला देवी
Vishnu Patni, you have to be careful. Trini people are saying all kind of things. I'll be amazed sometimes. Vishnu Patni you have to say, not Vishnu Pati. She is Vishnu Patni. Patni means? Why? There's one more bhajan, you have to be careful. जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, not जीवन की कृष्णा है, तृष्णा, Trishna. Many people are saying जीवन की कृष्णा. You know what the meaning? जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा, when you say? Anybody who want to destroy Krishna. So you have to listen carefully and say Trishna, not Krishna. Anyway, so when Bhagavan Vishnu in Bhagavad Puran, when he had taken the Vaman avatar, Bhagavan Vishnu stretched his foot and covered the whole earth in one footstep. You all heard that story already. He's the infinite Lord. See, all these stories are meant to really stretch the limits of your intellect, to try to comprehend what is infinity and what are the consequences of infinity. So Bhagavan Vishnu took Vaman avatar and was given 3 steps of land by the great Mahabali. And in the first step he covered the whole earth in one step. Mahabali did not, Shankaracharya told, don't give. Mahabali said, no, what do you mean don't give? He disobeyed the Guru also. And now he didn't know what to do now. Because in one step he covered the whole earth. And the second step, he covered the whole Antariksha. Antariksha. The whole cosmic region and everything in second step. And it is at that time, his toe, his big toe, while stretching to the cosmic end, touched some planet, and that nail got split there, and Ganga came out in Vaman avatar. And that Bhagavan Vishnu, from that day on, had Ganga flowing in Vaikuntha from his toe. That is why when Kevat washed Bhagavan's feet in Ramayana, Kevat washed Bhagavan's feet. That time, Ganga, he is using Ganga Jal. Ganga smiled and Rama smiled. And because Rama knows that this is the same Ganga is coming out from my own feet, and he is taking the same Ganga to wash my feet. And Ganga knows that I am coming out from that same feet and I am going to wash that same feet now. Like that. Because that Rama is incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu only. Right? That Tulsi Ramayana is so nice with all of these stories and all. Tulsidas is able to capture all of them. Ganga recognizes those feet. Ganga recognizes her source. The source of her existence, that feet, she emanates from that toe of Bhagavan. Like that. So Tulsidas Ganga recognized those feet. So anyway, this is how Ganga was there in Vaikuntha, and from that Vaikuntha, Bhagiratha did this tapas and brought that Ganga here. Now see, all this is there in Puranas. All this is there in so many Puranas, so many. That's why Tava jala mahima nigame khyataha and naham jane tava mahimana. The scriptures describe, but we can never know your greatness. Then Bhagavan Shankaracharya surrenders to Ganga. He says, Ma, pahi, kripamayi. Oh, embodiment of compassion. Ganga Maya, pahi, save me, protect me. Mam ajnanam, me who am ignorant. Like that. This is Bhagavan Shankaracharya's prayer to Ganga. All right. Well, now I will have to stop. And we'll see now in the next street there tomorrow. I'll tell you more stories. Let's see what stories are there. Okay. Some announcements and then we'll have Aarti. From the 21st to the 27th is the Diwali Nagar Yajna. 21st to 27th. Today is what date? 15th. So from 21st to 27th is Diwali Nagar Yajna. This year the Yajna has taken a different format. Our there is Gita Vahini Ji from the Hindu Prachar Kendra. She will do the first 2 days of the Yajna. And Pandit Abhedanand Ji will do the next 2 days. And the last 2 days, I will do that. So this, last 3 days, sorry. Last 3 days. So from the 21st to the 27th, Diwali Nagar Yajna will be going on, okay? Then on the 29th of October, we have at the ashram, Diwali Dosa Day. Diwali Dosa, you have to come and try a dosa. And that day I am introducing Pav Bhaji. You don't know what is Pav Bhaji, eh? Pav means a bun. What kind of bun do you call it? Huh? Dinner roll, right. Something like a dinner roll. Pav. I just found out pav is the actual Portuguese word for bread. You know, the Portuguese were in India also, in Goa and all of that. They had a colony in Goa. So that word comes from there. Portuguese. Whole of Brazil here is called Portuguese colony. So pav and bhaji is not like dashin bush and charai bhaji and that kind of thing. Eh? Bhaji, see, this is another thing. We use so many words wrongly here in Trinidad, and we think that we really know those words. If you really want to know the correct pronunciation or the correct words for things, you have to go Guyana. They still have all the correct words. We say all the wrong things, and we think Guyanese people talk funny. The word is actually Karaila. They still say Karaila in Guyana. I don't know how we start saying Karaili. Like that, many words. Eh? Proper word they say. So anyway, so now the bhaji word is the Hindi word for vegetable. The Urdu word for vegetable is tarkari. That word you know, which is called takari in Trinidad. Right? The proper word is tarkari. That is Urdu. But if you look in, and there's another word for that also, sabji or sabzi, proper Urdu. So those two words are Urdu words. But the proper Hindi word will be bhaji for vegetables, any vegetable. But in Trinidad now, I don't know how we still only chorai and pak choy and dashin bush, we call that bhaji. Bhaji actually means vegetable, and the proper meaning for that. Any vegetable. So now with this pav, with that bun, that bread, we'll have bhaji, not chorai bhaji. Vegetable, means cooked potato and peas and this kind of thing. So you have to come there. Now this is a, you know how in Trinidad you have doubles on the street? Pav bhaji is a street food. So you have to come on that day and try that pav bhaji along with 11 types of dosas. 11 types of dosas will be there, 11 varieties. Masala dosa, paneer dosa, genie dosa, plain dosa, cheese dosa, pizza dosa, burrito dosa. Dosa hi dosa. You come and try these dosas. One is called gunpowder dosa. Gunpowder is fiery. Okay. That is on the 29th of October. Huh? Our Chinmaya Vidyalaya school registration is still going on. You can still enter your child in the school. You know that it is a school with a difference, because not only is a secular education given to children, but also sanskars. Sanskars are given to children. Like for example, you see now how the children do this long Sanskrit composition, how they could. It's a long Sanskrit composition, and they do it like sleight of hand, easily. On Sunday morning, we have Bal Vihar class for children from 8 to 9. You could bring children and tell others also to bring their children, okay? Sunday morning satsang. Now, you all must be knowing Officer Buru. Previously, Pandit King used to do puja and all around in the mission. Pandit King, of course, unfortunately, poor fellow, passed away some years ago, 2 years ago. Now, Officer Buru has taken up this part very nicely, and he is doing pujas and all. So all of you should know that he can do your whatever rituals you want and all. He is training, well trained in that to do those rituals. Okay, he's sitting here, you can meet him also. Now, which arati will have? Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shyama Gauri Tumko nis din dhyawat Tumko nis din dhyawat Hari Brahma Shivari Om Jai Ambe Gauri
Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shama Gauri Tumko nish din dhyavat Tumko nish din dhyavat Hari Brahma Shiva Ji Om Jai Ambe Gauri
Mang Sindur Birajat Tiko Mrig Mad Ko
Jayati ko mrid mad ko
उज्ज्वल से दो नैना
उज्ज्वल से दो नैना
चंद्र वदननी को
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजय
नयनांबर राजे
रक्त पुष्प गलमाला
रक्त पुष्प गलमाला
कंठन पर साजय
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
के हरिवाहन राजत खरग खपर धारी
नय कर कपटधारी
सुर नर मुनि जन सेवत
सुर नर मुनि जन सेवत
तिनके दुख हारी
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती मया
नयनासाग्रे मोती
कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर
कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर
समराजत ज्योति
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
शुंभ निशुंभ बिदारे महिषासुर घाती मैया
महिषासुर गाती
धूम्र विलोचन नैना
धूम्र विलोचन नैना
निस दिन मदमाती
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
चंद मुंद संहारे शोनित बीज हरे
नय शोणित बीहरे
मधु के तब तुम्हारे
मधु के कपड़ो मारे
सुर भयहीन करे
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
जय अम्बे
गौरी नय जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निस दिन ध्यावत तुमको निस दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
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 मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वजः मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षं मङ्गलायतनो हरि त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ॐ बोले जगदम्बा माता की जय गंगा मैया की जय श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हरि ओम तत्सत।